Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Wheel, and this is episode 310. Yeah, before I start, I want everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2, and let's get it. Yeah, I wanted to talk about something, very serious, and it just, nowadays, man, so many people passing judgment. And here's my thing is you can't show up on my chapter 34 and pass judgment on me. You have no right to give a review about me when you only showed up in chapter 34. And I just think that us as human beings, like, we talk about that we love God and that we are born in sin. But a lot of us try to act like we squeaky clean, and we're not. One thing about me is I have never pretended to be something that I wasn't. Because I feel like if I would have put on a suit, if I would have had some jazz or some smooth music playing, y'all would have seen right through me. So I wanted to create a platform where we can be open-minded, where we can cut loose, where we can relax, discuss real life things, and be honest with ourselves and clear the air. And I don't want to be remembered as somebody who was fake, because I dislike fake people. I do believe there's a time and place for everything, but I don't believe in being two-faced. And I didn't want to be two-faced with my fans and my supporters and my subscribers and my followers. So I knew that in order for this show and this platform, this podcast to be successful, I wanted to be honest about who I was and where I came from, my background, and what led me here in the first place. But it just be a lot of people be afraid of opening up because they care about public opinion and stuff like that. I have no fear. I have no type of image to maintain. This is who I am. And I can admit, like, it was a time of my life that I didn't want to be here anymore. I begged God to take me. Don't wake me up the next morning, all types of stuff. But that was back when I didn't have nothing to live for. Now I have a whole lot of things to live for. And I'm fighting every day. But it's just a lot of people have interior motives in your life. And they wonder why, you wonder why, excuse me. What's up, Rolly? Shout out to you, man. That's my guy right there, man. He a real nigga. Make sure y'all go support him, man. Support the real. But yeah, there's a lot of people that they enter your life first. And they act all cool with you. And they want to be your friend. And they be so convincing that they one of the real ones. And until you disagree with them, until you say something out the grain, and then they block you, they unfollow you, and then they start talking shit about you. And you could have not been addressing them. You could have not been talking to them, but the guilt, the fakeness that they was trying to withhold with yourself. So they couldn't pretend no more. So they needed one small misunderstanding to not follow you or to stop being your friend. So they find any excuse to leave you and pretty much out and dry. So one thing I can say about myself is that I done help a lot of people. I gotten a lot of people out of depression. I made people self-reflect. I also made people take accountability for a lot of things. But I had to take a lot of accountability on my part. Because one thing I don't never want to do is seem like I'm a victim. Because a lot of things I brought on myself by trusting a lot of people, by thinking because I have a big heart myself, that they have a big heart, that they were just like me, and I was wrong. I got done dirty so many times because I wanted to help so many people. Because I'm a giver, always been a giver. But being a giver is going to get you in trouble sometimes. Being a giver gets you killed. So that's why it's important to practice discernment. It's important to set boundaries. It's important to say no. Because if you don't, you're going to get fucked up by being so nice. Because people take advantage of nice people. People don't cherish and value nice people. So you got to be very careful about who you being nice to. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see a hurt snake, you can't always pick that snake up because that snake gonna bite you. And you gonna be looking dumb because you gonna be like, damn, you was hurt. I was just trying to help you. Why you bit me? And the snake gonna look at you like you crazy, like, hello, I'm a snake. That's what I do. So you have to be careful, man. And I wanted to talk about this and discuss this. Stop explaining yourself to people. Everybody isn't going to understand you. Everybody isn't going to appreciate you. Everybody isn't going to relate to you. Because I'm about to relive one of the worst days of my life. 7 years since my brother been gone. And I have been distancing myself. I've been burying myself into work. So I won't think about it as much. And yes, that day I'm going to be miserable. It's going to tear me apart. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be in anguish. So I've been preparing myself for it, but also getting ready to shoot a dedication episode too. But I don't expect people to bail me out. I don't expect people to be there for me no more. If anything, you know, I appreciate the people that call and check up on me, give me their best regards, but I can handle it on my own now. There was a time that I couldn't do it. It was a time that I was looking for replacements and stuff like that. I was seeking love and abundance and appreciation and acceptance and all that shit. But now, I don't even give a fuck no more. I don't care. Because every year I get stronger into dealing with it. And every year I plan something now. You know, it would be nice to go to the gravesite and give my respects, but I feel like now it's really going to go to the gravesite because that's not going to do anything because he's not there. His body may be buried there, but his spirit is gone. His spirit's everywhere. So I can always talk to my brother. I can always check up on him. And he comes and he goes. He came and visited me a few times. But when it's come to grief and all that, everybody isn't going to understand. And because a person lost a relative, it's not the same as losing a sibling. It's not the same as losing a parent. And it's definitely not the same when you lose a child. I would say those are three avenues that will really change your entire life forever. It would change you forever. Is going through those three things. And you left to pick up the pieces. You left to lead the family. You left with so many unanswered questions. Um, I would say that it's really different because he wasn't sick, he didn't get murdered, and he didn't have a freak accident in my part. So for people to say that they understand, like, no, you don't. You don't understand me, man. You know, like, even if you did lose a sibling, you still had other siblings. You know what I'm saying? You still had another brother, another sister, but it's just me and my sister, man. And we're getting better with our relationship. You know, it was a lot of things that, you know, I was being petty, I was being spiteful, because I was hurt. So I just wanted to hurt somebody because I was hurt. I was just always angry. I always wanted to just um, show people that I'm not going to ever be hurt like that again. Nobody going to ever put me through something like that again. So I was just mad at the world. You know, I took it out on my friends and my family. I took it out on a lot of people because I was just sitting there like, damn, what happened? Why did this have to happen to me? I'm such a good dude. I help everybody out. Why I have to suffer this much? Like, you know, you can't expect people to understand that. You know, you can't expect people to know what PTSD is. Going to sleep and waking up in cold sweats and having nightmares and having to go to the doctor because you have insomnia for 5 days straight. Top shit, you know? And you just screaming and, you know, you like in a hole in prison and you just in agony. Mentally, like, I did a bid, you know what I'm saying? Like, that 7 years of being in my head, like, that was no joke. That made me stronger, you know. A lot of things don't get to me no more. I try not to dwell on the past. I always try to think about the future. I can't change what happened, and I don't want to change what happened. If anything, I want to prevent a lot of things because I learned so much along the way. I learned so much from not being so supportive, not being so understanding, compassionate. I learned so much. You know, not only I lost my brother, but I lost my friend by being stubborn, by being hurt, and feeling like I was done dirty. And I could have at any time made things right or accepted his apology, but I didn't do it because I was hurt. You know, I just wanted people to understand where I was coming from, and then by the time when I felt like apologizing or felt like getting to that joyness of forgiveness, they died. But yeah, I can't change what happened. I can only prevent what's next. But just people, man, just like to tell you how to feel and tell you how to live and tell you how to go about things, and they don't even understand it. You know, they just want to fucking talk and they don't have any type of experience. They ain't never been um, down bad or ever hit rock bottom or just feel like their backs was against the wall. They don't know what that's like. to lose somebody you love, somebody you grew up with, somebody you look just like. And it was tough for me, man, because um, I look just like the nigga. So it was times that I couldn't even look in the mirror because I looked just like my brother. So it was just tough. It was hard because I had so much guilt. And I think the guilt got to me more than the death. And it took me down the downward spiral. It took me down just a path that I didn't expect to go down. I didn't expect to suffer so much. And just feeling like, damn, if I would have just said this and if I would have said that. Now that I know I couldn't prevent it, I couldn't stop it. So it was going to happen either that day or the next day or next week or whatever. But it was going to happen sooner or later. So I couldn't do anything about it. But it's just so many people like to play devil's advocate and try to, tell you how to go about things. Some things take time. And who knows? That time may be days, that time may be months, and that time may be years. But I've knocked myself out of it. It took a minute, but I made it out of that dark place in my head. And that hurt in my heart, I let go. But still, like, it plays a psychological effect on me because of the trauma that came with it. And I just want to be happy. I'm tired of feeling like I'm out of my body during the anniversaries, the birthdays, the holidays. I'm not in sync with myself, and I realize that it's natural, it's okay. That's something that I'm gonna have to deal with for a long time or maybe forever. But I realize that's just how you honor that person you miss the most, is by thinking about them and making sure that you didn't forget about them. Because a lot of people didn't get the opportunity to meet my brother because he was a lot older. So they don't understand how much his loss, his exit affected me. Because I'm the strong person. Everybody will tell you I'm strong. But I was weak, I was broke, and I was damaged. And I didn't know what to do. Usually, I'm the person that gives people advice. But that was the first time I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to cope. I'm still adjusting to it. It still don't seem like it happened. It still feel like it happened yesterday type shit. But I'm going through it. That's just what makes me strong. That's what makes me a man. And I just think that us as men, we just need to show our vulnerability. We need to just be honest with ourselves. We can't be macho and tough and ego-driven all the damn time. Sometimes you just got to cut that off. Because there's no shame into admitting that you hurt, that you scarred. It's all right. I just think that everybody thinks everything's a joke. Everybody thinks that we don't matter, that we have to pull ourselves up, and all that could be true to some people, but everybody ain't the same. Everybody isn't, trying to be a victim. I just knew that I just had to get myself better. Otherwise, I would have been stuck. I would have never got out of that. And I would have lost everything. I would have lost my job. I would have lost my apartment. I would have lost everything I worked for if I didn't get myself right, if I didn't get myself back together. But one thing I would say that I ain't give up on myself. My real friends stayed down. My real friends were happy when I started this platform and was smiling with me and keeping me motivated and keeping me off, I would say off the deep end, basically. And it's been an amazing feeling. It's been an amazing ride, like this journey that I had to walk on. And I don't really care about what people say about me because I survived the most ultimate. I survived something that took a lot of people out, and that was depression, anxiety, trauma. I survived it. And here's my report. If I can make it, you can too. And just have to make sure to put yourself around positive people, good people. Ignore the haters, ignore the lames, because they lame. They lame because they wait till you're down to kick you down. And that's what makes them lame. And everybody ain't meant to be in your life anyway. I know a lot of people are regretting for betraying me and turning their backs on me. But that was on you, you know. I still wish you the best, but we gotta go our separate ways, baby. No love lost. He just won my friend. So, but yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick, man. I finna go back to doing what I was doing. But yeah, it's just time that we stop passing judgment and starting to learn about people. Be compassionate, be understanding, and it's okay to be open. Stop being so angry all the time, because nobody owes you nothing. But you owe yourself a happy life, a better life. And when you die, you will have everlasting life. But yeah, guys, I'm gone. Peace.